is summer and Christmas. Because
Yep.
people are going on vacation during the summer, and it's not unlike Christmas. It's actually worse because they've got multiple camping trips, and
Sure.
so and somehow, and I it must just be luck of the draw because we only play one Sunday a month, and
Right.
somehow every time it happens, there's at least one or two people that are missing every time.
Yeah.
But
And then there's the thing about, at the end of the day, this is just a game, and I love the shit out of the game, but life just has a tendency to make this type of stuff go on the back burner or take second seat.
right,
And,
yes, yeah.
and
I mean, real life happens. I mean, yeah,
yeah.
that's just reality. And I am 100%. That if something like a camping trip or whatever, you need your regular vacation time, and
Mhm.
I would never get pissed off or anything because people are taking um, a vacation or something like that.
Oh yeah, or just even an old friend coming from out of town is offered to
Right.
go sit have drinks and catch up. Those are those are hard opportunities to pass up. But that's
Exactly.
but yeah.
Yeah. No, I completely understand. Unfortunately, as adults, we just have to deal with some shit as it comes along, and
Yeah.
and that's just the way it is.
Speaking of dealing with shit, if we get this, I think, because I don't have the big picture like you have, but if we fuck this people, if we clear this haunting manor, in theory, we could get rid of the tax collector and another big antagonist. It would be very good for our regional notoriety.
Oh, definitely. And yeah, um there will be some things, there will be a small part of the story revealed. So, basically of reasons for shit that's going on,
Right.
or at least maybe not reasons, but there will be there will be some info imparted upon you.
Do you have any idea on when you want to work on our collaborative thing? When you really want to get into
God,
that?
God, I am so
Yeah,
like
another thing on the list, motherfucker.
I
Yeah,
know,
how
right?
about
Yeah,
that?
I've got 3 writing projects I'm working on, and so yeah, I my docket is full. So whenever you want to get started, just when you've got a free moment, shoot me a message, and we can see where I'm
Yeah,
at.
yeah. We at least got to have the opening thing where we talk and get on the same page and
Yes,
figure out.
definitely.
I mean, I can take care of a lot of the stuff if we just get uh so we're using the same formats of stuff. I mean, as far as like room descriptions and things like
Oh,
that, I
that's
could
the
get a
easy
lot.
stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, I could. Well, I mean, just the mindless shit that you've got to punch out. I
Right.
can take a lot of that load off if we just have the same type of apps.
Yeah.
So it's a quick drag and drop type thing.
So I am going to be for my so like for instance this map that we're looking at right now. I have these maps. A lot of these maps were created. I use 2 programs. I use Incarnate and I use Dungeon Fog. And
Right.
um, I mean, both of them, they're both good at different aspects. So
Right.
but overall, I canceled my Dungeon Fog subscription because
Oh.
um, so they don't have a monthly subscription fee for one, and for two, the amount of money that they want for a year long subscription is quite frankly fucking absurd. considering the stuff that they the features that are in the program. And so I canceled my subscription. And I have found
Right.
actually, in my opinion, well, at least for Braunhaven, I have found a software that's way better. Um,
I have Flowscapes, which it's not it's could be a map thing or whatever, but really I can create sceneries that are somewhat tailored and customs and get imagery off of it.
right.
So, but you know, it's again, it would be good for flash art or something like that that I can kind of tailor a little bit to match scenery of what's going on.
Right.
You know,
Right.
to some extent, I'm limited by the art that it gives, but I've paid for it,
Right.
and it's on Steam. But I can make imagery out of that
Well, I'm going
and,
to be
and
going
help fill stuff.
for dungeon maps and that and things of that nature. I am going to be using. I'm switching over from Dungeon Fog to Dungeon Scrawl.
Right.
And the thing I like about Dungeon Scrawl is the options that are in it are all lifted directly from the old AD&D style maps.
Oh well, that's pretty
So
cool.
so when you go in and you draw a map and it's done, you look at it and you're like, holy shit, this looks like it came out of Dungeon Module X1 from
Right.
and so I really like that, and it's a pittance. It's like I want to say it might be $6 or $7 a month. It's not outrageous,
Yeah,
and and
that's
so
less than D&D Beyond.
right, yeah, a lot of things are less than D&D Beyond. But
Yeah.
anyways, so yeah, so I will be moving forward and using that for maps, and I've even looked at Dungeon Scrawl, and to be honest, so like I'm gonna be wanting to generate maps and whatnot for this new sci-fi game that I'm in the process of building, and I think it'll do that too because they've got some other features in there too. So, and one of the reasons that I was using originally that I was using Dungeon Fog is that I wanted something that would do both fantasy and sci-fi, and because I wanted to make maps and stuff for Traveler, and it will do that. But I mean, once you get away, here my problem with Dungeon Fog is once you get away from just doing like this, the black and white stuff,
Yeah.
it it has a tendency to look very blocky. Like
Mhm.
I, that's the only way I can describe it. I mean, it looks it's not it's not quite to the level of like Minecraft, but
Right.
it looks blocky. And there's probably tips and tricks that you can do to get around that, but I don't have that problem at all with Incarnate. I mean, Incarnate, even if you are a complete novice and have never generated a map before, if you do something in Incarnate, it's going to come out looking amazing. I mean, Incarnate is phenomenal. Huge kudo props to them. And I know that they are working on some sci-fi assets. I know they're working on like some cyberpunk stuff, but
Right.
absolutely recommend Incarnate all day long. But it's really good. Incarnate's really good for doing overland maps. Large, big outdoor maps. And I have used it to do some dungeon maps, and they did come out, I guess, pretty good. I don't use it for that anymore, but
Right.
um, yeah, it's mostly for doing your big overland maps and whatnot. So yeah, I really like Incarnate. It's gorgeous.
Right. Well,
But
cool.
so yeah, I mean, if we need to do maps and stuff, we've got that kind of nailed down. Really, I guess the first stage, you and I need to get together and really kind of nail down a, an
Outlines.
outline kind
Uh,
of thing. Kind of do an outline, or at the very least, get thought process and some notes on where we're starting, where we're going. Usually you want some kind of middle, not necessarily. I don't want to say mid-level boss, but a lot of times that's what it takes. That's what takes place. And then, of course,
Right.
from there, what's the big conclusion? And when you do the big conclusion, is it going to wrap up, or is it going to be all self-contained, or is it going to leave a dangling thread for another adventure? So we kind of need to firm up those possibilities.
Yeah, yeah, fair enough. We've got our other people here now. They're,
Yes.
they're not talking. They're just creeping in and watching us.
Hello, Cameron.
Hi.
Oh my goodness. Okay. So yeah, last week we didn't have a game. So Wes, I don't know what happened to Wes. Something summary, I imagine. And so Brian and I waited, and we
We
came.
had power
Oh, did you have more
gone.
power issues?
It was just a mysterious. Everything went out, and I didn't even have a charged phone. Really, I had to take the phone and plug it in the car charger and just
Oh,
kind of
shit.
let that idle for a while.
Gotcha.
Yeah, it was an unexpected what the fuck,
Yeah. No,
and
I
I
get it.
apologize.
Oh no, it's not your
Yeah,
fault. So yeah, we
yeah,
we decided that we would call it, which is good for Cameron because she won't be missing out on any of the
yeah.
story. And
I'll blame Cameron just to make it fun.
you
All right.
know.
I'll-
Oh damn it! I did it again. Um. So yeah, I'm just throwing some shit together here.
It's probably best that we're all here for this anyway. I mean, we're inside the mansion and shit, and I mean, we really kind of need all hands on deck to deal with. I mean, we're like we're in the same structure, the same things as at least two big bosses that we know of.
So yeah. So well, there's a whole
There may
bunch of
be more.
there's a
but
whole
but
bunch
we
of big bads in here. But so this particular adventure is um well it's a weird one because my my goal in writing it, so a lot of the adventures that you get, the printed adventures that you get for old school essentials, they are the classic dungeon crawl, and it is you open the door, what does the room look like, what's in the room, and who are the monsters, and this is, I don't want to say that this is a problem, but this is endemic of old school D&D in that, as written, almost everything, and I guess you can say that about new D&D too, but probably not quite to that extent. Everything as written, it looks like everything is a combat encounter. And having played role-playing games for what, going on 47 years now, I know that I mean, of course, everybody likes getting into combat. I mean, of course. But I know that role playing is more. That's really the more enriching experience. And I mean, a lot of. I know. I just said that, and all these OSR guys are going to be like, "Oh my God, sacrilege!" Yeah, fuck off. The reality is that no, I don't think that it should be a scripted, written novel the way a lot of the fifth edition campaigns are. But at the same time, I think that um, there should be an entire. Hello,
Right.
Yeah.
there you are.
We don't hear you at all.
Was I supposed to say something?
No, you were fine.
Did I make noise on accident?
Yeah, well, when you first came on, it was really loud, and now it's like normal. Very strange.
Oh, shoot. Sorry about that.
Oh no, you're fine.
Oh, not upset at all.
So my goal in writing this particular adventure was to not make everything a combat encounter, and so I presented a new rule, basically that I just called I forget what I called it. It basically it is roleplay XP, and each of these particular encounters are worth a range depending on how you guys handle it, and so. Weirdly enough, this one didn't sell as well as some of the other ones, and um, I guess it's just an OSR thing. I mean, I don't know. I mean, it's very strange. But like I said, what I have found with old school essentials adventures is that they make the assumption that players are hammers and every encounter is a nail. So that's where a lot of these are going. And I'm not saying that the written adventures are bad in any way. It's just I just find it very strange that most of them are not presented in exactly a role play manner. Now, I agree that the players can handle any encounter however they want, but random reaction rolls and you know, and whatnot are only going to take you so far, because I mean, a random reaction roll, there's at least a third of a chance there's like a 33% chance that it's going to end up in combat every time, and that's quite frankly a bit unrealistic. To say that every time, 33% of the time, there's going to be combat is a little weird. So, yeah, I wanted to develop something that was less, hit it with a hammer and until it bleeds to death, and that's how you succeed. There's other ways of succeeding. So that's where this whole adventure came from. But we will be picking up where we left off 2 weeks ago. Welcome to Braunhaven. Where we left off 2 weeks ago, these guys have been trying to... they've been they were attempting to sneak up on the renovated hunting manor that sits along the edge of the Sylvanas forest. They were pissed off because this hunting manor is supposedly been renovated by a duke from the capital city of Glaushine named Duke Bartholomew, and they have questions for Duke Bartholomew because they have evidence that he hired orcs, and the orcs hired goblins to tunnel underneath the town looking for a platinum holy symbol of the god Janus. And so initially they had the questions of, well, why were you looking for this thing? But in the meantime, these guys found a platinum holy symbol, which was right in front of everybody's nose in the All Faiths Temple. And they have since they did some exploration of the ruins of Castle Braun and discovered that this holy symbol was a key, and it opened a vault underneath Castle Braun, in which there was a vampire, not necessarily a full strength vampire, but he was there, and what they ultimately found was a very curious object that they do know emanates an aura of magic, but doesn't seem to have any particular magical properties. It is a hooked scepter, like an Egyptian-style hooked scepter, that Anubis holds. And aside from the fact that it does emanate an magical aura, they don't have any real idea of, what the hell is this thing? Nobody knows. And so they have that. And while they were delving, the tax collector from part of the Duke's retinue, the Imperial tax collector, is currently a gentleman named Nestor Falcius, and he is quite the scary guy, and his tax collectors went to the town of Braunhaven, saw that the party has invested a ton of money in building a wall around it, and said, "Hey, the tax rate is 33% per quarter, and you guys clearly haven't been paying your fair share if you have all this money to be spending on this." And basically raided the town and pillaged it, burning part of the wall, some of the buildings, some of the townspeople were killed. And one of the places that they kicked open the door was the Manor for the Indigent, which was given to the party as a reward for delving beneath the town. And they stole half of the party's shit, so half their gold is gone. And this, of course, pissed them off, and the party was attempting to sneak up on the hunting manor, perhaps recklessly planning to, I don't know, murder everybody, and get their shit back. But instead, they ran into a retinue of guards, of Imperial guards, that invited them to the manor as Duke Bartholomew's guests, and there's going to be a ball tomorrow night. So this is they've already had dinner with the Duke and his other guests, which include Lady Bernadette, his fiancée, who is much older than the Duke. The Duke looks like he's, maybe in his mid to late 40s, and she is in her late 60s, early 70s, and she has told them that she was a spinster and was quite flattered when the Duke proposed to her. And you guys kind of thought that was a little odd, but whatever. I mean, there's no obvious like political advantage to this. So, and she's really, I mean, I don't know. She might have been better looking when she was younger, but it's just it. And I don't know. Some guys like that. I'm not gonna kink shame. You granny fuckers are okay. And then of course you met Nestor Falcius, who is quite the curious individual himself. And this manor is full of guards. And you also ran into some elves, and the elves told you, they've been watching this place for some time. They tell you that this manor house went from dilapidated and uninhabited to renovated and fully staffed and ready to rock and roll almost overnight. And like the people with the Duke worked round the clock, basically without food or sleep, to get this place up and running. So so there is that. So you guys have had your dinner and gone upstairs and gone into the guest rooms for the night. And before we get started, I'd like to thank a friend of the Greenwater Guildhall. None of these are sponsorships or partnerships of any kind. They are just products that we really like. Today we would like to thank Dogmight Games. Dogmight Games makes beautiful wooden tabletop accessories for your games, such as wooden DM screens, dice trays, dice vaults, dice towers. They have this really cool thing called a player vault that is a dice tray and vault, and it's got a spot for you to hold pens, and you can put a mini in there. And then the top of it has a plexiglass cover that fits to it magnetically, and it is etched with your choice of character sheet, so you can write down notes or track hit points or spell slots with a dry erase or wet erase pen. And it's fantastic. And all of their items are customizable. So you can do all sorts of customization. You pick your style of wood, engraving, painting, the whole bit. And when you order a customized item, they generally will ship in about 6 to 8 weeks from time of purchase. But they do have in-stock inventory, and all of their stuff's beautiful. So if you don't really have an idea for customization, or if you're in a hurry for either yourself or a gift idea, check out their in-stock inventory. Those items usually ship in 1 to 2 business days. And we have a 10% discount code available for everything on the site. Just go ahead and pick out what you are looking for and put it in your cart. And when you're checking out, you can use the code FRIEND in all capital letters, and that will get you a 10% discount on your purchase. If you're a fan of the channel and you like what we're doing, you want to see more, or you just are in a generous mood, we do have a merch store, and it's on Zazzle. We've got buttons, we've got t-shirts. One of the t-shirts is the Pirates of Drynak's pirate flag made by Cameron, and we've got there's a fleece blanket that comes in, small baby size to, oh my god, that's a huge fleece blanket size. So yeah, the 3 sizes there. We've got a beer stein that actually makes a better coffee mug. Yeah, all of that stuff's available on the store. I've been thinking about looking to see if they do like refrigerator magnets too. But anyways, little trinket item. So if you want to help us out, go get yourself a new T-shirt and or a button, and hell, buy a beer stein. Everybody needs a beer stein, in my opinion. Everybody should have a beer stein. And we appreciate you if you want to help us out. New book for Braunhaven launched this week, last Wednesday, in both PDF and available for print on demand. It is the next adventure in the campaign series. It is a big one. I was starting to wonder if that book was ever going to finish. But it is the Lost Mines of Drothamstone. It includes a huge hex map that allows players to traipse all over the side of a mountain range. And there is numerous dungeons and locales, of course, for them to discover. And then, of course, there is, at the end, a 4-level big dungeon for the huge climax. And the namesake, the Mine of Drothamstone. And so, yeah, that is available. That particular book, it is highly recommended that you do have also the Skellis Mountains, because the Skellis Mountains details the main locales in little villages and cities, and of course the dwarven capital city of Zlatoheim is detailed in there, and so that is all part of that hex crawl map. But yeah, so it's just recommended. But you can, of course, inventive DMs can come up with stuff all on their own. So that is available now on DriveThruRPG. So. Let's see, down here in this, the southernmost room, here, Mr. Brian let's see. Brian, have Dentry and Jackson, both of them, roll a d6.
Okay. They both got 6s.
Oh shit. Okay.
They were knocked out sleeping hard, I guess.
Mm-hmm. Indeed, they are. So, Dentry and Jackson, yeah, I guess you guys you bedded down. What is in the next room? Borman and Malachi are sharing a room. What are you guys planning?
Oh, well, Borman would definitely be talking about going and sneaking about, and to help him out, I think I'll have Malachi cast. Let me get so I can get the actual Pass Undead.
Okay.
On Borman.
Okay, so Malachi is casting Pass Undead on Borman, and then what else is Borman doing?
Borman is, after the Pass Undead is cast, is going to go ahead and use the invisibility ring.
Okay.
And he'll be in his leather armor +1 shield type stuff, going light, quiet, and all that.
Right.
Then he'll whisper to Malachi to open the door and ask the guard for some fresh water. And when that happens, Borman will go ahead and creep on out Probably gonna go see what Alora and that's our friendly
Yes,
guard there.
this is Simp. That
You
is
know,
still charmed by Mavis until the end of the week. The others are actual royal guards.
right? Well, yeah, I'm.
Well, I wouldn't say royal. I mean, they are kind of royal guards. They're a part of the Duke's house retinue, his house staff.
Right. Yeah, I mean, my main immediate goal that I'm wanting to try to do is, get in there with first Mavis and Alora, and then go down to the Sleeping Beauties, and let them know that I'm gonna go sneak around and try to find our fucking gold.
So what is so you're wanting to move into Mavis and Alora's room? Is that
Yeah, first I want to, and maybe have Malachi go down and wake up all them. Maybe we could have a group meeting. All go in and talk.
okay?
You know,
So these squares are 5 feet. You can move your exploration movement rate per turn per 10 minutes. So yeah, you can. Okay, so Borman, you're going to want to make a move silent check.
all right. Well,
Woohoo!
I was appeared to have done very well with my 18 decks and leather armors.
Yeah, with a
Quietness.
with a 1, you are.
I am like a ghost.
Yeah, you slip out, and this guard over here, right here, does not notice anything. He with a 1, you couldn't have done any better. And so you get into what is Mavis and oh. There she is. So what is Mavis and Alora doing?
I think they're just like discussing strategies. So Mavis has protection from evil for 10 feet. So if we get into a jam, that's probably going to be something to do. I got some
So
holy water if anybody wants it.
let's see, cleric detect or not detection, protection from evil. Cleric, 10-foot radius. It says, wow, 12 turns. So that will last a long time.
Yeah. Are we wanting to go on the offensive and
Just murder them in the nighttime, or
well, I mean, we can commence the killing rather quickly if we want, or we can,
wait till there's tons of witnesses
yeah.
at the party.
Do you have another charm?
Yeah, yeah, I could charm somebody else if we
What if
want
we
to.
got that guard across the hall there to come in here and you charm him?
I could also cast sleep
Okay.
if I want. So
Yeah. We need to get Samuel and damn it. It's been too long. The dude with
Jackson
the D dude.
and Dentry, yes.
Yeah. In here, I guess. I really don't want to just go do my own thing and make the party deal with the repercussions. But I mean, if we're not going murder hobo, I'm gonna go try to steal something.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean,
So
you do what your character would do, bro.
right. On a side note, do you know what you call a barbarian with a big dick?
I do not.
A low level.
Yes. Yes.
Ba-dum.
Yes.
I think Laura would vote murder hobo. Mavis probably wouldn't, but I bet she'd go along with the crowd.
All right. What is?
So
Gentry's all for the killing. He's mad at all these foes. He's mad at all of them. They've harmed people that were nice to him when no one's ever nice to him.
So I will allow all of your characters. Well, actually, Gentry and Jackson not so much because they're sleeping. But Borman, Mavis, and Alora can make an intelligence ability check. So you want to roll a d20, get under your intelligence stat.
I did not.
okay. Laura made it. And Mavis did not.
Okay, so something does occur to Alora, and she can voice this or not. I'm going to tell her what occurs to her. So I guess maybe she does. So the thought occurs to Alora that, so of course Mavis is like, yeah, let's just fucking kill everybody, which is so very priestly of the cleric.
Well, these are undead evil folk.
Well, yeah, you have questions, yeah. But
You know? Well, we can
yeah, I
talk
think
with
you
the
guys
dead.
did determine.
Eat, and they looked creepy. So it was like
Well, you
one of them didn't eat.
you didn't do like a detect undead or detect evil, but at the dinner earlier in the evening, Malachi had cast Pass Undead, I believe, on himself.
That's correct.
And
he was.
And it was noted that the Imperial tax collector, Nestor Falcius, who is very, very pale and gaunt, he appears to act like he's always cold, and he wears black robes, likes to keep his hood up. You noted two things. The first, of course, that really stuck out was that he completely ignored Malachi, like Malachi didn't exist, like he wasn't even there. And the second thing that everybody noted was that while everybody's eating this actually rather delicious and scrumptious dinner, Nestor did nothing but push the food around on his plate. But he would go through the motions, like he asked Mavis to please pass the rolls. He would cut the roll in half, put butter on it, set it down on his plate, and say, "Yes, these are delicious," and then just look at them. He didn't eat them.
Does Stimpy know where this tax collector might be living? Here, where his room is?
That's a really good question. Let's find out. It does. My turn for that. He does not. He knows that all. Here's what the simp knows. He knows that their rooms are all on this floor, but he doesn't really know particularly who's he. The only room that he knows for sure is that he knows that this odd angled corner room, number 14. He knows that is the Duke's bedroom. Aside from that, he's not really sure. Oh, and he knows that 19 and 18 are the guards towers. But aside from that, he's not. He's not. He tells you, In fact, I'm going to move him into the room because you're not going to be whispering in the hallway in front of the guard. He tells you that he's just a guard. He's not really invited into any of these rooms.
You want to go ahead and have him invite his friend from across the hallway in here so we can try this charm? You want to try that?
2 cents instead of 1. That's cool. So I'll cross off charm for Alora. Where is she?
Yeah. So if he's doing that, I'll be like, yeah, invite that guard over there to come in and help move this chest. There seems to the lady's dropped a ring and it's rolled underneath the chest. Need help moving it.
Okay. It's not really a reaction roll, is it? Go ahead and who is going? So keep in mind, Borman's invisible.
Yep. And so yeah, just when the doors open and the whoever's gonna try to call for the dude to come in, I'm gonna step out in the hallway, and if something goes funky, I'm gonna backstab somebody.
Okay.
So
Alora can ask for help from the guy.
Okay.
He's charming.
So Alora can roll 2d6, and you can add your charisma modifier to that.
Okay. And I'll add +1.
this is his if he goes for it roll.
The 6 altogether.
I don't know.
So
Mhm.
Alora calls out to him, and politely in her little goth voice asks, "So what are you asking him?"
I'm asking him to help me move a piece of furniture, but I'm doing it charmingly,
Yeah,
hopefully.
he kind of looks around and says, "I'm sorry, ma'am, I can't leave my post."
God damn it.
He,
Okay.
and he just kind of shrugs.
Mm. Wow. He doesn't see how great I am. That's too bad. All right. Should we make him sleep?
Sure. If he
All
falls
right.
asleep, that's wonderful.
We could cause fear and he just runs screaming into the night. That actually might make more guards leave.
Yeah, that or it could draw more attention. They might come looking to see why he's so scared.
Yeah, that's
If
true.
if we successfully
So
clear out the guards in the main area without
so
getting them crazy to alert, I mean
Alora's epiphany was that that if you guys go all murder hobo, there's this ball that's going, and there's more people that are invited to this ball that aren't currently in the manor. And so her epiphany was that if you go all murder hobo, then the party might be canceled and could be a potentially a loss of maybe information or the ability to make contacts with people at that party at the ball.
Yeah, we could just, I do kind of want to know what goes down at the party and, but also, okay, so then a bunch of people will know that we were here. So if we kill anybody after that, that makes us like super crime suspects. But yeah, it might mess up the ability to go on future adventures since they're going to show up to a mansion full of
Oh,
corpses.
it won't screw up the ability to go on future advent. You guys can do however you want, but that's her epiphany. Is that, well, um, her
Why
thought
not have a
process is, if we kill the Duke, who's throwing the ball, then it's unlikely that the ball will take place.
I understand, but you
What
know,
about the tax collector? Can't we murder him?
yeah, to me, these guests are going to come, and there's more guards and just more stuff to deal with. If we can create a power vacuum and leave with a
So
lot of gold and loot.
so this is a reminder from a couple weeks back, that that some of the people on the guest list in the kind of the showcase special guest is a pair of or an envoy from the high elf capital city in the Sylvanas Forest that I named with a name that is near impossible to pronounce. Now I'm going. Now that I've said it, I'm gonna try and say it. Yeah. Guildhall is the capital city in the Sylvanas Forest. It's for elves. It's a very Slavic name. You know that there are two from this. Well, one of them is from Derzwadalek, and you know that the other individual is a high mucky muck wood elf. Now, the wood elves are a little bit different than the high elves. Wood elves tend to be more reclusive and perhaps even a bit, in some cases, a bit nomadic than the high elves. The two don't necessarily always see eye to eye on things. The high elves are kind of uppity.
If we kill all these people quick enough, we can clean the area up, throw the ball our fucking selves, and be in a win-win situation. Nothing would legitimize the queen, duchess of the realm than to kill a king and take his crown. And this can kill a duke, take his seat, whatever.
I don't know what characters you think have the charisma to pull that off. Because it ain't ours.
Well,
Alora.
Alora's got pretty good charisma.
Alora's got some.
She's the only one with charisma.
And she's a witch.
Yeah.
She's an obvious witch.
Throw a party?
We're just gonna help her throw the party. She'll do all the talking and flaunting and personality stuff, and we will steal from them while we hand them cakes and crumpets.
Regardless of her charisma, this is going to be like you guys trying to Lydia from from Beetlejuice. You guys are going to try and put Lydia on the throne.
That's the goal. We've got these Braunhaven fucking tiaras.
The new national anthem is going to be some song by The Cure.
Yeah. That's
before the party, I might cast the Marvel's Visage on Alora. So I don't know.
If you want to do the party and have the shindig, that's fine. I
mostly wanted to wait. If we were going to kill the tax collector, I thought we should wait for the daytime in case sunlight fucks his shit up.
Okay.
You might be able to get him outdoors and then see if he burns up, if he's a vampire. Because isn't the rumor that he's a vampire, or is it that he's a necromancer? I can't remember.
Necromancer. He's got a spell book around his neck that.
Okay.
We really would like to look.
Maybe you could steal that at nighttime. Is that something you can steal from a
I can sure as hell try, and that sounds like a wonderful thing to do while we wait for the ball.
Well,
and we'll be like.
Keep in mind, Borman's invisible, so.
Yeah, he's gonna have an easier time doing that. Okay.
If you have, like I said, you can go murder hobo. You can put this guard to sleep. You can do whatever you want. You can run around, scout the place out all you want.
Yeah.
Okay.
I want to at least. Go ahead.
If you find the tax collector's room, if you're gonna go in there and fuck with him, try and take the book or whatever, let Mavis cast protection from evil on you before that.
All right, I will let you know if that's what I plan to do.
Okay, because that seems wise.
All right.
Yeah, 12 turns. Holy shit, that's 2 hours. Yeah, that's 2 hours of.
Let's just do it now then. Fuck it.
All right.
I should get it back in the morning.
I'm buffed and ready to go while everybody else just kind of settles in and waits for the alarm to sound. That's what's going to happen. But no one else is really that stealthy. Samuel can sneak around some, but He can't be.
But we're not
invisible.
outside. All
Yeah.
my main stuff comes from being outside.
Yeah,
right.
rangers are sneaky out of doors.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's see how it works out. If
Did
14,
y'all wake me up?
Not
Uh,
yet.
Did y'all wake my guys up, or are we still sleeping?
Not yet.
Right.
Okay. I know nothing of nothing.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm sure Dentry's snoring.
Oh,
I
absolutely.
imagine half orcs snore pretty loudly. So these guest rooms that you're in, they to think that less than a month ago, this manor had been sitting unoccupied for probably 150 200 years, and was mostly talked about as if it were dilapidated. The rooms that you're in are quite nice. The floors are polished hardwood. There's a pristine white plaster and polished wood beams on a 10-foot ceiling. Each room has a wood wardrobe and 2 full-size beds. And the mattresses for the beds are downstuffed and and um, and quilted. They're not, it's not like canvas or anything for the mattresses. They're actually quilted, and they each have a 4-foot stone fireplace in them, and there are stained glass windows. Now, for for everybody except for Dentry and Jackson, you have a stained glass window that looks out to the west. Jackson and Dentry, you have a stained glass window that looks out to the west and to the south. So like I said, these are really nice. Look at the hallway coming into here. It, 13 and pretty much this entire wide area. It has polished hardwood floors, same white plaster and wood beams, and there are like on the stairwell up here right at 13 that goes downstairs. They have like what looks like a brand new crimson like carpeted runner that goes down these stairs. And so I mean for what literally was 3 or 4 weeks ago a dilapidated manor, this is a really nice place. This is Le Manchon.
I guess to start off, then I would like to creep up to the top of the stairs where this nice crimson runner is going down.
Okay.
And I just want to kind of roll the crimson runner up to create a trip hazard on the top of either stair.
Okay, so place you up there.
Yeah. That's what I want to do to start out. So if people start to walk up and down the stairs, in theory, they trip over the kind of rolled up runner. It's a trip hazard falling down the stairs. That would probably really suck.
Which side are you doing first?
I'm going to do the side to the right first, and then I'll do the left. I'll like kind of go on the stair a little bit and do that top one, and then I'll just go down the stairs and up the stairs, and then when I get to the top of the stair, I'll roll it, and then I want to take a copper piece and roll it down the stairs to go clankety clank and step out of the way.
So as you are, hold on here. Okay.
Do you want me to roll my stealth stuff again?
Yeah, go ahead and make another move silent check. First of all.
Yeah, well, I highly succeeded because I get bonuses due to having a high dex. Let's see what my
Well, and I mean you've put expertise into your thief, right?
That's correct. Yes, I've moved silently as I've invested highly in.
Okay, so you silently move over there, and you start to kind of sabotage the top of this runner to be a trip hazard. And as you are doing so, coming up the stairs is another guard, and he doesn't. He doesn't. Well, let's see if he sees the trip hazard though. He does not see the trip hazard, and he is going to make a. What is he going to do?
Him tripping on falling would be an excellent distraction for me to go look in a room. That's kind of what I'm going for here.
Yeah.
You know, hopefully someone trips and falls, maybe dies. That would be great.
Okay.
Yeah, the accidental death would be great. Really throw people off.
Yeah.
He does not trip and fall, but he does come. He steps like you're kind of standing there like holding your breath, and he
Yeah.
comes up and steps right over and misses the edge that you have kind of sabotaged to trip, and steps over, and so now there is another guard at the top of the stairs. It has been 30 minutes. Jackson and Dentry, roll a d6.
Jackson gets a 6, Dentry gets a 3.
So, Dentry is woken up. He hears a noise. And it sounds like it is coming from the south side of the from downstairs, out the south window.
Gentry will get up to investigate, and since he doesn't really do the whole charisma thing well, he's probably going to wake up Jackson at the same time. Be like, "Hey, did you hear that?
So
Wake up, you fool!
yeah,
Pay attention."
Jackson doesn't hear shit. But looking out the window, Dentry sees 3 individuals downstairs outside in black robes with red ropes tied around the waist. Their hoods are up so you can't see their face, and they are the first one is they are walking to the east. So they are heading that way. And the first one is kind of walking normally, and their hands are kind of like a monk or a priest would have with their hands in their robes. And the lead one is walking to the east. The 2 behind him are not walking normally. They have a very weird gait, almost shuffling.
I've seen that shuffle before.
That's a zombie.
Fucking shufflers.
Yep. Can I make an intelligence check to see if I recognize the shuffle, or do I just recognize it automatically?
Go ahead and go ahead and make a wisdom check. So roll under your wisdom score.
Why do you hate me? I mean, they're the same, but it's just for some reason I feel like he's more likely to not succeed on the wisdom roll. I succeeded.
Okay, so not necessarily confirmation, but Dentry looking down and seeing these guys shuffling, the first thing that comes into Dentry's mind is some form of undead. I mean, they're dressed like, you know, black robe wearing monks, but they sure walk like undead.
Where's that undead guy? The guy that likes the undead people. I'm like saying this in my room to myself and like trying to like get Jackson like, dude, who was he in the room next to us? I have a question for him.
Oh, Yeah,
Kind of.
I was like, what undead guy? Oh, you mean your own undead guy? Yeah.
Yeah, but like I'm still half asleep, so I'm like, what the hell? What the hell's going on around this place? Ooh,
And
can I walk
the
out my room to go find him?
the other thing to keep in mind is that it is unlikely that anybody, I mean, other than Borman, because Borman took the time to do it, and I think Mavis and Alora would still be wearing their armor because they haven't really bedded down. They were busy discussing. But Dentry and Jackson, most certainly, because they went to bed, are most certainly unarmored at this point.
Yeah. Well, I feel like it would be weird to come out of my room fully armored, but at the same time, I don't want to do that.
Well, you
Shit.
could split the difference.
Yeah, sure. I'll like, I'll grab my shield and my sword and just come out of the room like, the hell's going on around here?
Okay, so you're just grabbing your sword and your shield. You're not putting on your armor.
Um, Actually, you know what? It would probably be less suspicious if I just had the sword and I'm like, what was that? Did you hear that? There's something going on around here to the guard.
Okay, so roll
I have
2d.
enough knowledge to know that coming out of my room fully armored is not a good look.
Yeah, I would think. Yeah, roll 2d6 and add or subtract possibly your charisma modifier.
That's a subtract because I doesn't have the charisma. Why don't I have the charisma? Oh, not 10. There we go. Oh,
So you got a
yeah.
7.
Hey.
The guard.
Wait. Was I supposed to add the number to the roll? Or am I going for high or low here?
You
What's
can,
the roll?
yeah. Well, if you're subtracting, so yeah, yeah, you got a 7. You did it right.
Okay.
So Dentry steps out of the room and says, to the guard, wanting to know what that was, and the guard is actually this right here. Where the guard is standing in front of a large fireplace at the southern end of this hall, and he kind of lazily looks over at Dentry and goes, "Oh, it was just some of the guests downstairs. I apologize. They sometimes make a lot of noise. Um, you know, just go back to sleep. They'll move on here in just a moment."
Okay. Well, I gotta ask my friend a question anyway.
Okay, so where is okay?
Does the guard react to me walking away to go over
Nah,
here?
he doesn't care.
Okay, cool.
In fact, I mean, the look on his face, like you're like, "Oh, I'm gonna go ask my friend a question." He's like, "Yeah,
Why are you still talking?
yeah, whatever, man." He just doesn't seem to give a shit about anything. He's like, "Yeah, whatever." Um,
I would like to tell our bringer of the dead folk what I saw.
Well, I mean, if the undead are gathering here, uh, we might want to go tell the ladies.
yeah,
Okay, do we both walk out of the room? Yeah, sure, why not?
Well, yeah, we'll go. I'll be like, he he got his danger caught up in some chainmail, and we're gonna see if he's got some healing salve to put on it. Some dong chafe ointment,
So Malachi, go ahead and roll 2d6 plus your charisma modifier.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You're gonna make me do the charisma thing? All right, let's see. That's not my strong suit. Okay, I will take a -1 to this roll. 2d6, you said. There you go.
That's pretty good. So the
A minus or +1 in the bad way, whatever I'm going for there.
So the Malachi like gives off some unrequested rambling explanation of why they're going to Mavis's and Alora's room, and the guard kind of looks over at Malachi and Dentry and winks at you, and he goes, "Yeah, that Alora, she's a good looking one. I can see why all the guys are wanting to go to her room." What is Jackson doing?
Did I get woken up by Dentry after all?
Yes.
Oh, fuck. Okay. He is going to wake up and he's like, what the So I am going to put my armor back on and just be like, because I've been always in the room and I'm like, what the hell's going on here? I come out and I'm like, where is everybody?
So you ask, where is everybody? And this disinterested guardian goes, I think they're going for a little late night party in the girls' room.
They never invite me to fun stuff.
The guard's like, yeah, me neither.
I mean, I'm also super hairy, so I look like I'm not invited to the fun stuff. So, I wouldn't be either.
Right? Yes. All right. So, up here, and I need to roll a die. Over here. This door opens up and a guard steps out. There's so many guards.
Yeah, there are.
What is so of course, Dentry and Jackson and Malachi come in the room and you see that Alora and Mavis have the simp in here, and the simp is just kind of sitting on a stool, and he's just got this, vacant stare and this shit-eating grin on his face, like he's just happy to be here. What is Borman? What are you doing? Are you continuing with your attempt to sabotage the other side of the stairs?
Nope. I'm going to go ahead and try to see if I can think about sneaking entrance into a room.
Okay, where is Borman going?
Let's go for space number 14.
Okay. So
I was going to sneak over to the door while I'm invisible, and
So there these. Well, hold on. So these are you can tell that this room's a little bit fancier than all of the other rooms on this floor. There are a pair of 8-foot tall double doors, like French doors that open up into this room.
Okay.
They are locked. First of all, make your move silent check.
Okay. I did not move exactly silently.
Okay. Okay.
You're a ghost! You're a ghost!
So these two guards both hear something.
What's your intelligence? What's your intelligence?
Ooh. This guard notices that the runner has been kind of mussed up. And he calls over to this guard. And he says, "You fool, you knocked up the runner. This is a trip hazard." I didn't do anything. What are you talking about? You need to watch where you're going. Pick up your feet. Stop shuffling. And so there's a bit of an argument going on across this rather large hall between these two guards, and the and then this guard says, "Both of you, shut up! I heard something."
I don't want to just sit there and wait for someone to bump into me. If he's listening about for everybody to shut up, I might need to slip off to the side just a little bit in case he might come check the door.
Okay, so show me where you want to move.
I want to move to the west there. I want to try to go to right here. Just
Okay, go ahead and make another move silent check.
all right. That's a success, though.
Okay, so you kind of slip away, and this guard, not quite knowing what's going on, he comes and stands right over here, and he's kind of looking around. And he's looking down at there's nothing to see on the floor because, I mean, these are polished hardwood floors. There's no carpet that might hold indentations, for instance, or it's not like a 1970s shag carpet up here. It is a polished hardwood floor, and he's not really seeing much of anything. Over in Alora Mavis's room, all of you can hear that there is, not necessarily shouting, but loud voices talking down the hall. And you can't, of course, with the door shut, you can't quite make out what's going on.
How is all this lit?
Right now, mostly with fireplaces. The guards, the fireplaces are lit. The guards themselves have access to small lanterns.
Okay.
What
all right.
And
the fireplaces are at the end of all the hallways.
So
are there any in this little area?
There is a fireplace here on this end. Whoops, that's not what I wanted. Too much drawing. There is a fireplace here. And then there is a fireplace here. So on the east and west ends of the hall, and on the southern end of the hall.
Okay.
Where this guard is standing here, there is a large window, like a bay window that can be open. The lead framed crystal or lead framed glass window that can be kind of opened up, and it looks down into this area. This is where the fountain. If you remember, this is the gravel area, the coach kind of turnaround area, and there is a creepy fountain down there that depicts two rather demonic-looking angels in an erotic embrace. And these are completely naked, anatomically correct angels. Both of them are men.
Is our simp able to escort us outside? I know it's late, but maybe we can make an excuse or something. Because I'm sure we've been told about those possible zombies.
Yeah, well, yeah. I mean, Dentry would have brought that up. Yeah, the simp's like, sure, I can take you outside.
Hope Borman doesn't die.
Yeah.
Sorry.
It's fine. Yeah. If they're all going to do a progression right up through everybody's face and everything, I'm going to try to use the distraction to go ahead and pick that lock on door number 14, especially if that guard is watching them. Yeah. That sounds like a good idea.
Let's see.
All right.
If you guys are going to do a big progression talking about, yeah, man, ran out of some special herbs. We're gonna go get stoned.
Okay,
I'll see y'all later.
that's a good reason.
Yeah.
So, yeah, even Dentry, this is with your exploration movement rate in 10 minutes. You guys can move to the stairs. I assume you're all wanting to stay together.
We are, as far as I'm concerned.
Probably.
Even
Kinda
little
like that.
Chachi's got to go with him, right?
Yes, and so he goes up there, and as you as you guys are heading up there, the guard that's kind of looking at the floor, and he heard something, sees sees the simp leading all of you over to the stairs, and he turns around. What's all this? And the simp says, "Oh, they asked me if I could escort them downstairs and outside." He's like, well, it's kind of late for that, isn't it? Well, I mean, they're our guests.
We just prefer the nighttime moonlight, says Malachi, looking, pale.
It's stuffy in our room.
So the guard that's looking for stuff's kind of like, okay, whatever.
Whatever.
He's kind of like, you guys are fucking weird.
Yeah, we are.
And and so he all right, whatever. So Borman, go ahead and make another move silent check.
Oh, I got to push the D6 and then tell it to roll. All right. Yes, like a ninja.
And go ahead and make your lockpick check. Did you roll another one?
Yes, I did.
Okay, so you unlock the door and slip inside and shut the door behind you. So in this room, well, first of all, I need to see if our occupants see anything. Nope. They see nothing. Give me just a moment. Because I didn't do my due diligence. Wow, really? Okay. First of all, that's better. And then over here. Oh, fuck. My apologies, guys.
No worries.
This. All right. More. Sure, why not?
Be AFK for just a quick second while you wrap
Okay.
that up.
Yep, I'm almost
Oh,
there.
that's it. Yeah, this would be a great time to grab a snack, huh? I'm totally gonna do that.
Certainly.
Sweetly, snack time.
Okay.
Oh shit! Multiple people in here.
Yeah, there's 2 people in here.
Well, that's fun.
We'll just wait for Cameron to come back, and we are ready
Yeah,
for the story to continue.
I'm probably not gonna start a fight, but hopefully I can catch them and eavesdrop in and get some cool information.
Yeah. So they are. You pick the lock and slip into the room, and in the room is Lady Bernadette and the Duke. And Lady Bernadette, in her hand, she has a piece of paper that she is reading from, and they neither one of them, they are kind of intensely focused on this, whatever it is that she's reading, and um, you are able to slip in unnoticed and kind of quietly shut the door behind you. And Lady Bernadette looks at Duke Bartholomew and she says, "Beatrice, it is clear from his correspondence to you that Emperor Belusian is unhappy with your work. I told you, you should have let me dispose of the Duke's body." And Duke Bartholomew says, "Belusian is a fool to think that an heir to the Braun family is of any concern, but I will do as commanded. See if any of our guests are knowledgeable on the lineage of the Braun family." And she starts to move towards the door.
Well, I definitely want to let her get the fuck on by.
Okay. Where are you moving to?
Well, you always move away. You know what I mean? So if she's coming from where she is straight to the door, I want to go, I want to put distance between me and the Duke, fake Duke or whatever. Of course, God, if he's an imposter, he might be undead too. I don't know.
Make a move silent check.
Here we go. Just no 6. It's really no 6. There we go.
Okay. Meanwhile, these guys have all moved down the stairs. And Lady Bernadette moves out of here and down the hall.
And now the Duke is in here alone and he's not armored up or anything?
Actually, well, he is wearing some armor. It appears mostly like a very fancy leather. And he does have a dagger in a sheath on his belt.
Okay.
So in this room, the motif of the polished hardwood continues going on. You notice that out of the Duke's room, right here, there is a large bay window that opens up and looks out onto the courtyard. But there's also, in front of that, kind of off-center in front of that bay window, there is a king-sized 4-poster bed. And also in this room is a huge fireplace, an 8-foot-tall opening, like right here on the south wall. And you see that there is let's see here. That's about all you really notice in the room.
I'm just gonna pause for a moment and kind of watch and observe and see how things go. But God, man, there's a high probability I try to yank this dude. So I'm just gonna watch if he does something like go to bed or something, or really just presents the God. Really, what I'm wondering is, if he's not going to sleep or acting like going to sleep, he might be undead. I don't know. I'm gonna observe for a little while.
Okay.
While things progress around, but yeah, this guy might die.
So you kind of wait. You're in a wait and see kind of situation, and God damn, a lot of guards.
I'm sorry.
So there's a lot of guards. So two things at once happen. So the Duke, off of his belt, he takes his pouch off his belt, and he comes over here, and he reaches down, and next to the fireplace there is I don't know if you've ever seen one of the old style those it's like a rack with your wrought iron fire pokers. He reaches down and grabs that rack, and he
I want
pulls
to
it, and
go ahead.
it's a lever. And this
Ooh.
wall, the fireplace itself, kind of pushes in and slides about 4 feet to the left, and there is a secret room in here. He reaches in, he steps in, pulls out. You can hear the sound of coins clinking, and he cinches his pouch up, puts it back on his belt, pulls the lever, the fireplace slides back into place, and then he steps out of the room, shuts the door, and locks the door. Up here, at 18, yet another guard steps out.
No.
So we'll come back to Borman in just a moment.
Yeah. I will switch character sheets for that shit right there.
Maps. It's so big. Let's see here. So Borman's not there, but we do have the Simp. First of all, I need to put some guards here.
And would you please mark the fireplaces?
Yes. Yes, I will.
I have a distinct reasoning for wanting to know where this shit is. It's not just to be a pain in the ass.
No,
So
no.
Yeah.
Yeah, for some reason on this map I didn't put down fireplaces. I don't know why I failed to do that, but
So I have an idea. What do you guys think about us putting some of that deadly witherweed into some fires around here? You remember that witherweed makes that deadly poisonous smoke?
Are we going to be anywhere near the fireplaces while this is happening or after it's happening?
Well, I think we could just toss them in a fireplace as we walk by and just keep on fucking walking. You know, maybe shut the damper and toss the fucking thing in the fire and just, you know, let nature take its course.
I support that upstairs in the one with the way more guards.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, you
Well,
could probably kill the guy whose room you're in that way, I'm assuming. Maybe.
No, but
I
he
can't
left the
remember
room.
how deadly it is.
oh, well,
it's like a make a save or die.
yeah,
it's-
and it's
Oh,
Malachi
snap.
has
Yeah.
the witherweed.
Witherweed's
on him, actually.
some nasty shit.
Yeah, but I
But
mean,
we need to not be there when it happens.
yeah, that's one of those things where you just kind of drop that shit and go and let things happen. But yeah, all right.
That's a good plan. You know what we could do is during the day when there's probably not fires, we could sprinkle it in the fireplace and like leave.
Yeah.
And then at night people just fucking die, I guess. Well, the smoke will go up this chimney. I don't know.
Yeah, you got to close the damper.
Yeah, there you go.
Shove a cloak or something up in the fucking
And the
chimney
flue thing.
and clog it up.
So you guys make your way down the stairs with the Simp in the lead, and of course at the bottom of the stairs there's this white marble 10-foot tall statue depicting a helmed knight with a two-handed sword, and it's just kind of standing there with this sword at the ready. And there are guards all over the place. I've marked where the two fireplaces are on this level, on the east and west ends of the hall. And this guard here, of course, sees Simp um, with his retinue of people in tow, and he says, "Oh wait, what's this now?" And the Simp says, "Oh, they wanted to go out and collect some herbs."
Many of the fungi will only show itself in the moonlight.
Hmm,
That's true.
Yeah.
that's pretty good. Go ahead and make a go and roll 2d6 plus your charisma check, or plus your charisma modifier, and
So -1.
I'll give you a +2 for your fairly logical reasoning.
So that'll be if I'm going for high numbers, I got a 10.
Okay. Pretty rock and roll. So the guard's kind of like, all right, he kind of shrugs like fucking weirdos going out and looking for mushrooms. He says the guard does so. This other guard to the east of him says, you might check down in the sunroom. They've got a pretty extensive garden in there."
Oh well, yeah. We're specifically looking for decomposing corpses, like maybe a dog or a frog or a cat or a bat.
So he kind of shudders. He's like, "Okay, whatever."
Mhm. If you are the type to sever your foreskin upon joining your clique, we'd like to know where you throw the foreskins.
He's roll another 2d6 plus your charisma modifier.
This would be a 7 if I'm going for high numbers. It's a 9 if I'm trying to be low.
He again just kind of looks at you like, "What the fuck?"
What would you
He's
like
like,
to see mine? It has a.
It's like, you guys go ahead and do whatever you are gonna do. And so, Simp, of course, continues on and moves you guys down to the front doors. Now, keep in mind, Dentry is unarmored and just has his sword. Basically, Dentry's walking around in his drawers.
They're exiting the building.
Is everybody else armored up but me?
Alora doesn't have armor, but Mavis
right.
does. Yeah, so.
Yeah, and they didn't. I mean, it's not unusual to see a cleric in armor. I mean, probably the guards probably are wondering whether or not clerics ever take their armor off. I don't know. Did Jackson was in the room for quite some time? Did Jackson have a chance to armor up? Yeah, he would have had enough time to don his armor. He only wears leather, right?
No, Jackson's he's armory. What the hell does he wear?
Chain?
He might have been part of the plate brigade.
I
think so.
can't imagine a ranger wearing plate would be problematic.
He had the boots. Really makes him fast.
Let me.
I'm in chainmail. When I have a +1 shield.
So no. Oh yeah, rangers can wear chainmail and shields and use shields. So yes, that is possible. But I mean, putting on chainmail, that's not That's like the I believe the heaviest armor that you could wear. I want to say, and I have to look this up quite frequently, but let me take a look. So it does. So chainmail does count as heavy armor. So that is
Yeah, I'm encumbered.
yeah, that is the heaviest armor that a ranger could wear.
It's why even though I have the speed ring, I'm still a little bit slower than I could be.
Right, right. So you guys, the simp opens this door and leads you out. Everybody, roll a d6.
Malachi got a one.
My character's got a 5 and 6.
5 and 1.
Which one of your guys got the one?
Jackson.
Oh, okay. So Jackson and Malachi notice, just as the door opens, you notice that let me get up here and double check this so I get this right. Because if I don't, then I'm going to get some message from someone. That's not what it said. You see, just as the door opens, you see movement. And the movement that you see is you just kind of catch it out of the corner of your eye on the east side of the statue of the two demonic, or the fountain of the two demonic looking angels. You see that there is movement, and it looks like the base of the statue is raising up, and you hear a grinding sound and then a click.
That's pretty weird.
I definitely nudge the party to kind of follow, I signal for them to follow me to where I saw it.
Okay.
So we're not right in earshot of the door. And then I say there's something weird here.
Do I see them out there in the courtyard milling about?
No. Well, I have to look at the other map. Where are you?
I'm right there in the. I'm one floor above them.
Right, but you're not by the window. You were hiding by the door when we last
Okay.
saw you. So, I would say you probably don't.
All right.
And that is really nice. That just singing the praises of Roll again. So switching between the maps doesn't screw anything up like it does in Roll20.
Yeah.
That's kind of fucking cool. And I like how it maintains whatever tokens you put on the map as you switch back and forth. I mean, Roll20 does that too, except that because everything is tied to the token, you have to redo all of the initiative. And every time you switch a map. Terrible design. It's awful. But anyways. So Jackson, you come over and you've got a pretty. This is really the first time any of you have gotten up close to this fountain. So this is a carriage turnaround in this little courtyard area, and it is a gravel courtyard made, and the gravel is white quartz. And you see that there is this fountain, and it is a red-veined marble statue of these two demonic angels that are kind of intertwined and erotically spitting water from their puckered lips.
Kinky.
Kind of. And you see, you're looking at the base of this statue, and they are standing kind of on a square pedestal, and the base of this, of course, around this pedestal is the water basin, and there's some kind of mechanism that pumps the water back up to their puckery lips. But the base of the base of this thing, you're not seeing. I mean, it just looks like red vein marble. It's just a block that they're standing on. But you swear, you and Malachi both swear that you saw movement and you heard a grinding, like a stone grinding on stone, and a click. Then,
We're all kind of going around there right now. Is that what's going on?
well, yeah, I mean, yeah, I don't know if Jackson. Well, yeah, Jackson kind of pointed out, and I don't know if Malachi did, but I would say that you guys are aware that something happened over here. Where is oh? Switched pages. Laringer. I would say Malachi and Jackson roll a d6.
3.
6.
Nope. So yeah, you just see that there's a block here, and there's these two, demonic angels that are kind of intertwined, with a leg up and just kind of doing gross shit to each other, with their phalluses just hanging out.
If you guys copy the pose of the statue, something will happen.
What was that?
I said if you guys copy the pose of the statue, maybe something will happen.
Does
I'm
our
just kidding. You don't
does our
have
scent
to.
boy know anything about this?
He knows nothing about it. He says that, but he says that, he goes, well, I don't know what's with this creepy statue, but I've seen a number of people in black robes, and they spend a lot of time around this statue. Always at night.
Man, if we go kill the black robe people, we're gonna trigger the murder hobo side of things.
Animals around?
Oh, the what?
Are there any animals around to talk to?
No. Well, I mean, probably not this close to the hunting manor. There. Well, and actually, out here,
No birds landing on the fountain.
not at night. But
Alright.
Well, maybe in the morning I can ask one of them about the statue mechanism. I think there's probably too big a mystery to solve in one night, maybe.
Yeah. Well, right now the gig is not up yet, so.
Yeah.
And of course, there are 2 guards out here as well, in the courtyard, just kind of milling about, looking bored.
I'm gonna walk up to this guard.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna walk up to this guard and be like, "Did you see that? I swear I saw some people over here."
Oh yeah. There are some other guests about. For some reason, they seem enamored with that statue.
But where'd they go?
He looks around. He goes, I don't know. Probably back up to their rooms. Honestly, I don't pay much attention to the guests.
We have a potion of gas.
I hear the dogs and run back to the party.
We got a potion of gaseous form. I think if there's any kind of gap or mechanism, somebody might be able to find it while they're in gaseous form. That's an idea I have. Just brainstorming.
That's actually a fairly ingenious idea.
Who feels like being a cloud for a little bit?
we could search it out with a candle and look for drafts of some sort coming around the mechanism that you think we saw move.
That's a lot less expensive.
Yeah, let's start with that. Pull out a
Let's start with
candle.
yeah, we'll do the gaseous form thing next if we can't do it.
Right, yeah. We're going to take a candle and see if we can find drafts or anything like that coming in or out of the mechanism area.
Okay. You do. So you on this. So Malachi has a candle, and as nonchalantly as possible, kind of holds this candle up, and there is some kind of draft coming from the east side of the base of this fountain.
Need to go ahead and look for things that we can poke, pull, push, turn.
I'm gonna ring the chime opening in front of it and see if that does anything.
Fuck yeah, that's all it takes right there, I think. Open,
Maybe it
says
might not do
her.
shit. Yeah.
We'll see. We're about to have to kill this guard quickly, but cool.
No. Just distract his ass.
So are you distracting his ass before you ring the chime, or what is your sequence here?
I don't know.
Do you tell anybody you're gonna ring the chime, or do you just do it?
I think I just waltz up and do it. Sorry, y'all.
Okay.
Okay.
She's not the most streetwise witch known to man.
No, I can usually talk my way out of any trouble.
Yeah, she's the hot one. The rest of us are ugly and awkward as fuck.
So Alora goes ping and rings the chime, and you see three things happen at once with this fountain. You see that the phallus of each demonic angel kind of pulls down like a lever, and then you see the base of the pedestal that they are standing on, the wall kind of it escalates down and turns into stairs leading down.
So you just have to grab the wings. And...
Yes, you grab the wings and pull on them, and it opens the
funny.
secret door.
They're probably giving instructions like go to the base of this statue and just do what feels naturally. And the people that really fit in with them will give them a yank.
Yeah, it keeps all the prudes out.
Yeah. And the people that don't really line up with their thought process and beliefs, ignore, the long slong dongs just.
So this
is there a bathhouse under here, or I don't know.
This guard sees what has happened here. He goes, "Hey, what are you doing over there?" And he starts to step towards you.
Check it out! Look what happens when you mess with the statue's wings. I guess is what
yeah.
Thing to exclaim.
Yeah. I was just merely trying to show the proper way to lube your stuff after a long day of chafing, and this opened up. This is terrible.
So, yeah, this guard's taking a step towards you guys in a rather menacing manner. I mean, he's not. He's not. He's armed with a. He's got a polearm.
Do we need another simp? I'll charm his ass. I'll do it.
Do it. Yeah.
Okay. Let's try it.
This is a triggering event if we don't handle it properly.
Actually, let me. So. Hold on. I need to look up the witch. Because I was going to do this before and I forgot. So, witch. List.
How many Sims could a which Sim could Sim wimps?
So she does have charm person, but that's all it tells me. Now, let me go back over here to this book.
I think she might be limited by henchmen.
If I am, I'll cast sleep instead.
Maybe, let's see here.
Because I like our current sim. He's pretty cool.
Sleep works. Anything that just
It doesn't.
it doesn't limit her.
I don't see that it does. The only limit really is how often that they get saves, and so these guys get saves once per week.
Okay. So I could like charm everybody if I had enough time and successful.
If you have enough spell slots, I guess so. It doesn't say that you're
Wow.
limited by the number of guys that you can charm.
Okay. I remember
It's up to you.
last
Do you want to
time-
charm him or do you want to sleep him?
Sleep is a higher spell level, so I think charm is probably what I should do.
Okay. So he's going to get a save versus spells, right?
I don't remember.
It says. Yes, save versus spells or be charmed.
Oh, okay, so I don't need to roll anything.
Nope, you just do it, and he has to get a 16 or better.
Good luck, bro.
No, he fails with a fucking 2. He is so simped up that
He was gonna simp anyway.
yeah,
Ew.
he is in love with Alora.
So he'll totally let us go downstairs.
And so
Awesome.
he's like just basically falling all over himself. Now the weird thing is that simp number 1, was he charmed by Mavis or was he charmed by Alora?
Charmed by Laura, Mavis doesn't really have charm.
So simp number 1 comes over and is all kinds of jealous. He's like, hey, I was with her first.
Oh my gosh. We need to
You'll
give
always
both
be
of
my
them
first.
jobs. Well, let's have him go in front down the stairs then, since he joined the group first. And then
Okay.
they'll be far away from each other and we can't physically get in a fight.
That sounds like a pretty smart idea to me. Anything to have to keep me from performing this shit on these statues again. Great.
There's somebody in the party would think it's fun. I don't know who.
Oh, Jackson doesn't care. Jackson's like, it's all natural, baby.
Yeah.
I think it's funny.
Jackson's like, yo, it's what you do. And
Yeah.
Gentry's like, still smaller than mine.
Yep.
Ooh.
So you sent simp number 1 down. What about simp number 2?
He's gonna be following up in the back.
Okay.
I'm just trying to keep him from fighting, so
Okay.
either of them ever been down here?
Ew.
Ooh. It's a brand new adventure.
Although we should be careful because if they've never been down here, people might wonder why they're down here with us. Or why they're down here, period.
Malachi suggests that he steps forward because he's technically still under the effects of past undead.
And maybe.
if they're undead people, we might speak the same language, or they might not see me.
So,
Smart, very smart.
so you guys come down these stairs. 23. So as you make your way down these stairs, the the walls and floor are damp. There's like kind of water trickling down the walls, and you see that the floor is like a dark cracked stone, and that the walls there are actually like plant roots busting through tree roots and whatnot have pushed through a lot of the stonework. And you get down to as you're going down these stairs, it's dark, like pitch black, and Simp in the front, um, as you're going, he kind of stops and sets his small oil lantern down on the one of the steps, and strikes his tinder and lights a lantern, and takes you down to the he comes down to the bottom landing. And at the bottom of the stairs, in this alcove next to the stairs, right here, there is this hideously grotesque statue. And it looks like it has been cobbled together by bones with screwed together with screws and wires. And it has 4 arms, and each arm is holding a short sword. And it animates and becomes a 4-armed bone golem.
We fought one of these before.
Yeah, you have fought one of these before, actually, in the ruins of Castle Braun. So everybody except for Borman roll initiative. And the Simps will go on Alora's turn. Well, I'll just put down Simps. And
I have a scroll. Mavis has a scroll of protection from undead, but I can't find that in anything. In this one.
the
Trying
scroll.
to figure out what it does.
It does. I shall tell you.
Okay, thank you. I'll write it down.
Let's see here. Scrolls and maps. So, protection. It was protection from undead.
Yeah.
A number of undead monsters are barred from entering the circle of protection. So it lays down a circle of protection around you. Number depends on their hit dice. 1 to 3 hit dice, up to 2d12 undead cannot enter that circle. 4 to 5 hit dice is 2d6 undead are affected, and 6 or more hit dice, 1d6 undead are affected. The circle does not prevent undead from using magic or missile attacks against those within it. So they can shoot bows or slings or crossbows or whatever, assuming that you have undead that can do that. If anyone within the circle attacks an affected undead monster in melee, the circle is broken, and then everything can come flooding in. And it lasts for 6 turns unless it's broken.
Okay. Wait, you said if anyone does melee attacks from inside the circle,
Then it'll break it. Yeah.
Okay, just wondered. All right. Cool.
So everybody roll initiative, d6 plus your dexterity modifier. Everybody except for
Malachi got a 5.
Okay. Okay. Oh, move you down to 0. Malachi got a 5. What did Mavis get?
A 1. And yeah.
Is she, what's her dex modifier?
-1.
Oh. So yeah, you got a minimum of a 1. What did Alora get?
She got 3.
Okay. What
We're
about?
rolling a d6, right?
Yep, d6 plus your dex modifier. What did Dentry get?
2.
And Jackson?
1. 1 minus 1 equals 1.
Man, there's gonna be a whole lot of multiple guys going here. So, Malachi with the big initiative. So Malachi, all the way up at the end of, at the end of the stairs, you're looking down these stairs. I mean, it's dark, and you're looking down these steep stairs, and you can see lantern and shadows. You see something big moving down there, but I don't know. What do you want to do, man?
Well, you know, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull out my bag and kind of reach in. I want to feel the preserved Gorgon head in there and make sure that I orient it. I want to take the whole turn to get in there and get my hands on the Gorgon head and make sure that, you know, when I hold it out, that I'm not facing the Gorgon head. It's facing a different direction. You know.
So, well, that's a really good question.
We don't know if it'll turn things to stone or not, but in the interest of getting stoned, I want to see, and this is a great opportunity, perhaps, to show people my trophy Gorgon head.
Yeah, well, it doesn't say that.
It's been preserved. It won't ever rot.
Yeah, okay. Now, I was just wondering if it would affect a bone golem, but it doesn't. It just says, well, it specifically says anyone who looks at an undisguised Medusa will be turned to stone.
Well, we'll see how this works out.
The
bone
golem gets a 12 or better for his petrification save. So you're getting ready to pull this thing out of the bag.
Yes, I am preparing to pull it out. I'm making sure that I have the head oriented and all that. I'm trying to do everything as a player I can do to not get stoned or make my party members stoned.
Okay.
It's a drug-free zone at the moment. You know, but I'm just, I'm in the back anyway. There's no point in rushing things. I'm just getting ready to, show my prized possession.
Gotcha. So the simps and the bone golem all go at the same time, and the simp, and actually I need to pull up my simp. This veteran with their he's got a 1d10 polearm, and so the simp yells something ridiculous and pulls up his his polearm and yells to Alora, "Stay back, my lady! She'll take care of this for you," and is gonna try and attack the bone golem. Like,
wow, sweet.
Like an overly brave dumbass. Oh boy. And that's gonna be a big no, I think. Yeah, no, he's only got a FACO of 19. He hit AC 12 and completely misses the bone golem. Simp upstairs literally is trying to push people out of the way so that he can get down the stairs. He can move half of his rate. I would say shoving people aside, he's able to get down to about here. But he's only armed. He's the original Simp. He's only armed with a sword. So he's not quite. Well, yeah, he can go. Yeah. Well, he does better, but he still only hits AC 5 and misses. Now the bone golem, if it could speak, would be no, it's my turn, and he. Let's see here. He's going to make 2 attacks on each simp. Oh, that's unfortunate. Those simps. Yeah, so that's a hit, and one hit and one miss on the first simp for d6 damage. 4 points. Ooh. This simp, the simp with the pole arm dies.
Oh.
On the
Well, the jealous problem is now over.
That's one solution. Second simp. That's a hit. That's a hit. So and the second attack, the other 2 arms reach down and stab both short swords right through the simp's chest, and then kind of just go rip and tear him to shreds, and simp number 2 dies.
Fuck. I'm glad you did all that damage, I guess.
Yeah.
What would Allura like to do?
Let's see. I'm kind of squishy. So I should probably not be right in the way.
She turns around to go back up. Excuse me, pardon me, excuse me.
I mean, that's the smart thing to do, really, is we just back the fuck out.
Sorry, wrong door.
And we go get armor on for Dentry. He's the tank.
Yeah, right now Dentry's got an AC of he's got an AC of 9.
Let's see here. I'm trying to think creatively with the stuff that I have.
Well, that's probably promoted by the dungeon master. I don't know.
What, to think creatively? I love it when you guys think.
Yeah. Would you like to look at my prized possession?
This is such a small room. I could try and stab it or something, and then, well, I should back off. Yeah, I should get the hell out of the tiny room. And then, should we try? It's a small room. We could probably light it up if I throw an oil vial down in it. What do you think? Does anybody have
Fire is
fire?
always a good, wholesome way of making things happen.
So the last you guys would have some like I said, you fought a bone golem before. So things that you know about bone golems is they have an AC of 2. They have a THAC of 12, and they have mundane damage immunity, so they can only be harmed by magical attacks. Well, I mean, you can light the room on fire, but it's not gonna hurt him.
Okay, so I'll get up at the top of the stairs and throw the dagger. That seems like it would be okay.
Okay. Yeah.
All right. So I'll add 1 to the 6. There's no goddamn way. Okay. Sorry.
So yeah,
Sorry,
your dagger
Sims.
flips around, comes back up the stairs.
Maybe we should go tell that there's a monster that killed the guards. Do you think they'll go fight it?
That's a possibility. If they they're playing dumb, and the golem comes out here and starts randomly killing folks. That can't be bad.
Yeah, we could
It's
try
not a bad
another
idea to try
golem.
and get the golem to come up to us. Yeah.
Gentry,
Yeah.
what would you like to do? You see Alora
I-
kind of work her way back up the stairs to throw her dagger, and the dagger flips around and comes back to her, and you see her kind of like open out.
I like the idea of not getting into a close quarters fight without my armor.
Yeah, I bet. As you're
I
standing
mean,
there,
I only have my ring on, so my ring
I,
helps my AC by 1.
I just see Gentry standing there in like some boxer shorts and a wife beater tank top with a sword. Be like,
Guys, why didn't you give me a chance to get dressed before we walked outside in the moon for the mushrooms?
Yeah, go get dressed and tell the guards that like two guards died because a monster attacked. That'd be pretty sweet.
If it comes out after us, otherwise the question is, where's this monster?
In the courtyard or wherever we
Yeah,
are.
all you have to do is go look. We were out here wanking on these statues.
This side of the
Everything
universe,
opened
yeah.
up.
I like it. All right. Yep. Gentry
Oh, exactly where
takes
you
off like, what the fuck was that?
I
I'm
know.
trying to, when I came up with the secret door, I was like, I'm trying to, I want to place a fountain of the nature that you would find at 7 Ds in their gardening section. This is what I want for my lawn. So are Dentry, are you backing out?
Gentry is gonna back out,
What is
but he's gonna tell Jackson to go get the help because he's gonna take a long ass. Well, I guess without armor, I can move slightly faster, but not much faster.
what's Dentry's strength?
Oh, he's actually not bad strength. Shit, his strength is where the hell is it? I was just there. I can do this. Gotta find it on this sheet. I misplaced it. Strength, haha, 16.
Oh, okay. So you have an optional roll.
Wait.
Let me find it. So, if you have a strength of 13 or higher, you can choose to act purely defensively. So you would forfeit your attack that round and do nothing but parrying. And that your strength modifier. So for you, you would get to add +2 to your armor class. So your armor class would become 7. I mean, that's not
And with my ring of protection, it becomes 6.
correct.
Okay.
Thaco 12 is still gonna chomp through you like you're not shit.
Yeah, 6 ain't nothing for Thaco 12. But I mean, hey, it's better than having a Thaco, or better than having an AC of 8 with your ring of protection. Is what I'm.
Yeah, but not trying to fight this thing without armor on.
Well, I'm saying that you could parry and so you could parry and do a fighting withdrawal, basically moving up the stairs at half your encounter movement rate.
Yeah, I'll be moving up the stairs backwards, doing like a defensive withdrawal.
So I mean, right now, your movement
It's 30. Right?
Actually, I think it's even higher than that, isn't it? Yeah, you're unarmored, so actually your encounter movement rate's 40. So you could move 20 feet back and basically get to the top of these stairs and just say fuck.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do.
Okay.
Telling Jackson, watch out for that shit.
Okay, so Jackson, so the secret door's still open. Is Jackson just going to run and grab a? Well, let me switch maps.
Where is Jackson in relation to the?
Yeah, I think
Am I like at the top?
I think we're back upstairs at this point. So let me get rid of our 2 cents code because they are quite shredded. So Jackson, so the secret door is still open.
Is the bone golem looking like it's gonna come up after us?
You're not sure yet.
All right, well, Jackson is gonna take his 60 feet of movement and go tell this guard over here, bro, there's some crazy shit over here. We were just playing with this statue, and next thing you know, there's this thing attacking us.
So you're going down to this guard. Oops, sorry.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was going for. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So you kind of you run over to this guard and he's standing there leaning on his pole arm, and his eyes are closed, and he's just kind of quietly snoring.
Oh, great! I gotta wake him up first.
And you run over and and you're like, hey, there's this thing attacking us, and the guard's like, what, huh? What? Where? What's attacking? What are you talking about?
Well, shake your cobwebs out of your damn head and get over here.
He's like, okay, and so he's ready to follow Jackson. Malachi, what are you doing?
I want to.
You were kind of at the back, so I mean, you could take like a 5-foot step and you're out, but this door's
Right.
still open.
God, but I really want to show him my head and see what happens. I'm a nerd. I've got to see if this works. It might get me killed. But
Oh,
fuck it. I'm gonna pull out the Gorgon head, and I'm gonna kind of. I'm last right now, I think, because everybody's kind of retreating.
Well, you're technically first, but you're the last out because you were at the end of the line.
Right, I'm the closest to the golem. So, I want to see how this works. I want to show him the head.
Okay.
As I make a retreat, so I want to try to get the best of both.
So
worlds.
you're doing like a fighting withdrawal, but you're showing the head.
Yes.
Gotcha.
just the head.
Just the tip.
Just the tip. Okay.
Just to see if it works.
All right. So he has to make a save versus petrification. He fails.
Oh.
And you hold up the Medusa head, and you notice two things happen. Well, technically, I guess 3 things. The eyes in the Medusa head glow like a green for a second.
I'll just see the glaring ore. I won't really see the eyes.
Well, and then it kind of flickers and dies. So that there's no more glow.
Right.
And at the bottom of the stairs, you see this bone golem that is turning and starting to come up the stairs with its 4, short swords, and it stops in the middle of the stairs and just kind of goes and turns into a statue.
Awesome. Wow.
I will go ahead and put the Gorgon head back in the bag.
Ooh. I
Okay.
can't believe that worked. That's amazing.
Yeah, well, I mean, see, the question is there's a whole bunch of unknowns. Like, how many times will it work? Does it have a reset value? I don't know the mechanics of this. So, I mean, I have to approach every time as I wonder, is this going to work this time? If it would not have worked this time, if he'd have made his save, I'd have had to believe it was not working, and I would have had to discard the item. But now it's got exploratory value, and
So Jackson, you come running back over, and the guard is with you, and he's like, "What much? You weren't down there. I don't think anybody's supposed to be down there."
Look, we played with the wings. The door opened up. We went down with your buddies, and this thing killed. What? Whoa! What happened to the thing?
Got petrified.
Jackson, roll 2d6 plus your charisma modifier.
So, as bad as can be.
No shit.
2 1s, and I have a -1. And I was telling the truth. I guess I was just mumbling it.
So the guard, Mr. Veteran here, with his polearm, he takes up a
Really, bro? Man. I'm gonna have to charm again. I can only do one more.
Well, I mean,
So everybody except for Borman roll initiative again.
we have to do this initiative thing. See how it
Oh,
works
cool.
out.
What
Yeah.
did Malachi get?
4.
What did Mavis get?
4.
And Alora?
A 5.
Dentry?
6.
And Jackson?
4.
Nice. Guard got a 5, so he will go at the same time that Alora is going to go. What's Alora going to do?
What about Dentry?
Oh, that's right. Dentry got
Yeah.
a 6. Dentry, standing there in his underwear. What does Dentry want to do?
Dentry is just gonna fuck this and just slice the dude.
All right, go for it. I like that
Alright,
attitude.
It's happening. It's
Because
going
like
down.
you know, like I saw how bad Jackson was doing. I was like, wow, you really want us to fight this guy, huh? just want us to fight, huh? All right, so with my bastard sword, I can't believe I'm running around my underwear with a bastard sword. That's kind of funky. Does a 15 do the job?
Whew. And you got a Thaco 17, right?
I do.
You exactly hit his armor class of AC 2.
Heck yeah.
You don't forget you get 1d8 plus 1. You can use it two-handed because you're not using a sword or using a shield. And
Oh, yeah.
1d8 plus 1. It's a plus 1 bastard sword, right?
Plus 2 bastard sword.
Oh, 1d8 plus 3 plus your strength modifier for damage.
1d8 plus 3 plus strength modifier. Hell yeah.
That's what? 1d8 plus 5?
1d8 plus 5 plus I get another 1 for my weapon proficiency.
Yeah. Well, 1d8
So it's
plus
a d8
6.
plus
Fuck,
6.
that's a brutal sword.
Yeah, especially it helps when I got the strength modifier and the weapon stuff and everything else. Yeah, it's just I'm not gonna disagree with that. Well, add another 1 to this roll. Oh, damn, I rolled low, but that's a 8.
Okay, so yeah, you slice this guard. He's still standing, but he is pretty badly wounded, but he is still up. What is Alora? Well, the guard is going to swing on Dentry and Alora. What are you doing?
I'm gonna use my dagger to defend my friend. I'm gonna get a physical dice though because it's like right over here.
Okay.
Good times.
Believe it or not, the guard somehow misses Dentry. Dentry just kind of ducks. And is like, really?
Without all my armor, I'm suddenly very agile. More
Right.
agile than I'm ever used to being.
Right?
I rolled 14.
Ooh. Are you still 19 for your Thaco?
I believe so. Yep.
Yeah. Okay, so 14 misses.
Damn it. Okay. I tried.
What's Jackson doing? Because all of this is happening on 4. Wait. No, all of this was happening on 5. So, Mavis, Jackson, and Malachi are all doing something on 4. So, what's Mavis doing?
She'll attack too. I mean, her friends being attacked, and
Okay.
or you're on the side of evil. So,
All right.
there's a roll.
Yep.
Okay. I got an 18, and it's a +2 Warhammer, so about
Yeah.
20.
Yeah, so, and you're 17 for your Thaco, I believe.
Yes.
So that is that hits AC -3. Roll your damage.
1d6 + 2. Okay, here we go. So 4.
Okay. He is. You bring that mace down or your hammer down and just crack him, and he's kind of standing there all wobbly. Jackson, what are you doing?
Push him downstairs, Jackson.
That's probably where he's gonna end up, anyways.
Yeah, on the pile of corpses. We'll blame it on the skeleton thing.
It sounds like an episode of Venture Brothers. Welcome to Venture Brothers and the pile of corpses.
Never made a grapple check in my life, but I feel like I should kill him first before I go throwing him anywhere. Alrighty, here we go. I'm going to attack with my Vorpal sword.
Okay.
Hey, that is much faster. Damn. 11 plus 3? 14 misses. You said a 15 with one
Yes,
hit.
14 misses. You swing and he kind of weaves back. What is Malachi doing?
Malachi, seeing the struggle and all that, is going to look around and make sure that nobody else is going to enter the fray.
That is a very good question.
I want to kind of get over here and kind of look and see, we seem to be hidden by this big fountain.
Right.
I'm not seeing any guards around. Gonna do that. Maybe look up at that. If there aren't none, maybe I'll throw a pebble at the window that Borman's at.
Okay. Well, you don't know where Borman's at. He's invisible.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. So just gonna look around.
So you don't see any. You know that just on the other side of these double doors that there were 2 more guards. They don't seem to be noticing anything. They haven't heard anything.
We're gonna try to keep it that way. Just gonna look and watch the moment.
Okay.
There's
And
no point in me rolling bad and hitting a friend when it looks like, nature's going to take its course on those guys.
that is true.
Yeah.
So we're back to Dentry.
Gentry is like, all right, let me finish what I started. And it's going to attack with that bastard sword again. And do much worse.
Oof.
Damn it, dude.
Total like what, a 6? Ugh. All right. So
8.
Yeah, you bring it down, and he kind of at the last minute brings his sword up to block. He fails his morale check, and he's getting ready to make a fighting withdrawal. Laura, what are you doing?
Trying to finish him off, I guess.
Okay.
Oh, not with a 3. That's not happening.
So
Just
he,
put him on left
with
and
his
right.
fighting withdrawal, he's going to take a swipe with his pole arm at Dentry. Ooh. And he hits slicing Dentry for 8 points.
Damn.
Yeah, he brings this pole arm, which is basically just a big staff with an axe head on the end of it and like a spear tip on top, and kind of stabs Dentry in the abdomen. Mavis, what are you doing?
Where is the guy? I can't tell which one he is.
So he actually he
The
moves.
guy right. Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
he did a fighting withdrawal, kind of stabbed Dentry and kind of moved back.
He's not gonna stab my friend and run away. What's that? I got 19 to hit. So that
Ooh,
hits.
I'm pretty sure that does hit. Yes, it
Gentry
does.
looks over and goes, "We're friends."
For another 4 points of damage.
Okay, so Mavis comes up and just brings the hammer down on top of this guy's head and basically just hits him on top of the head so hard that his head collapses into his chest.
Ew.
And
Okay.
he goes down. So what are you guys doing?
We're putting the body on top of the pile so that it looks like we didn't do it.
You just shoving everybody, just throwing him down the stairs? I mean,
I guess so. And we need to give was it Dentry that got hurt?
yeah.
Yeah, it's like 8.
Yeah, we need to give Dentry a potion. So 1d6 plus 1 of oh wait, I got my potions on the front of the thing. Yeah, take a potion and I'll subtract it from the count.
Yeah, so Dentry can roll 1d6 plus 1.
Do we
Hey!
Nice.
Nice.
7 points
Yeah.
back.
do we want to go down there or do we want to go back inside? I have a
I
feeling
am
that.
not going anywhere without armor.
All right. Well,
Yes.
yeah.
And now his wife beater's like all covered in fucking blood. I mean, he got stuck good.
Well, then let's go get prepared to clean this place out.
If anybody
I'm
asks, you guys have jacked up freaking statues here.
Mavis is gonna stay here though, because if that guy emerges, she wants to try and you know, purge the world of evil and whatnot.
Malachi
So-
will stay with Mavis.
Okay.
So you guys are gonna get armor and stuff.
Well, the only one that has to do that is Dentry. He's like running back upstairs. I guess since it's or am I back at exploration movement now?
Yeah, so Dentry, Alora, and Borman, you're all heading back upstairs. Is that, or not Borman? Dentry, Jackson, and Alora are heading back upstairs so that Dentry can get dressed, right?
I mean, Jackson doesn't have to go. I think if Malachi and is it Mavis are staying or Laura? Mavis is staying, right?
Yeah.
I think they need to have somebody who can fight with them. So I think Jackson will stay with them. He's not keen on going back inside buildings anyway.
That's true. Yeah.
Would it be easier for Dentry to sneak in and out by himself, maybe? I mean, I don't know. I could go with him. It's okay. Yeah, we'll just go.
So you guys, well, let's see.
Yeah, we don't have a simp anymore.
Yeah.
Oh man, these guards suck. So these guards don't notice anything is amiss about Dentry, being covered in blood. And so Dentry and Alora.
Because they're racist. They just assume that's how half orcs look.
Yes, filthy fucking half orcs. The filthy half orcs is. And you guys are running up the stairs. Meanwhile, this is actually one of the more amusing adventures we've done. So meanwhile, upstairs, and that's huge. I will put. Oh, I need to look at something real quick here. I think I know where I'm going with this. Chink, chink, chink. Yes. So Borman, you are well, Dentry and actually Dentry and Allura aren't here yet. Borman, what are you? You're still in the Duke's master bedroom. What are you doing?
Yeah, I'm gonna go.
And you know, you know that right here
Yeah,
is a secret
that's where
door.
I'm headed. Yeah, I'm gonna go right over there, and I'm gonna look for traps.
Okay.
Real quick, because that's what thieves do. I did very well at that, and if I don't find any traps, I'm pulling the lever.
Yeah, you don't find any traps. You do indeed pull the lever, and so this this fireplace slides, goes in and slides aside just like it did for him, and there is in this little 10-foot alcove space, there is a chest along the eastern wall in here, and the chest bears the royal seal of the emperor.
Yeah, gonna go ahead and look for traps on the chest.
And oh, I'm sorry. So actually, I'm sorry. The chest is actually open, and there is a pile of coins in here.
Is there though?
There
indeed really?
is. So
I'm gonna look for traps and everything. Make sure that everything is cool.
So
I rolled really kind of decent on that.
Hold on.
And if not,
I will.
Okay.
I've got to do some addition here real quick. So
are you about to give a bunch of coins and items and all this other shit?
I am.
Okay.
And then I need to add up some XP here because kind of got caught up in the moment of this battle.
Oh yeah, I'm just no one's really acknowledged the fact that Malachi solo one-shotted the Bone Golem.
That's true. That is true. Yeah, I think Malachi is going to get a little bit of a bonus. Holy
For just being a sick fuck and collecting dead body parts off everything we kill.
Holy shit. Okay. Well. And then.
No, and then.
So let's see.
That will always be funny.
Yes, it is actually quite hilarious. Whoops.
This is the perfect thing for Borman. There's no combat, all treasure. I don't know how those other guys do it. I'm not really sure, why they choose the methods of, violence.
Yes.
Yeah.
You're the most murder hobo of us all.
Oh no! That's just a facade. I'm really a peace-loving, passive person.
I mean, Dentry's all for a good fight, but he doesn't run around looking for them.
Right. Well, gotta keep things interesting. We've got a reputation we have to make. I fully plan on once we install our queen in the area to charge people a lot of money to be able to say I have her ear. Like, oh, you're complaining about the way things look. I've got her ear. I can go tell her, but I'm gonna need some gold to make it work. 100 gold pieces, and I can guarantee you that she will consider your message.
She will consider your message.
Well, I'm never really going to tell her anything. I'm just going to pocket the fucking money. There's no need to bother a busy queen.
I feel like Queen might be a bit of a stretch for
Just
where
it
we're
would be
at
more like
with our.
Duchess, but I mean,
Well,
Yeah.
you got
I mean, you haven't really gotten to a point where you can put her on the throne or anything like that. But
well, we've got to yeah. We're working on it pretty good. We're getting good levels, and I mean we're not chumps. I mean,
We were when we started doing that.
Yeah.
We're at like level 2.
yeah. Well,
We're only at level like 4 and 5, right?
I think the cleric's like level 8 by now.
I don't
The
think
cleric's
Mavis
No,
is
like,
that
no, the
high.
fuck.
no, I know.
The cleric look at you like the hell I am.
Level 5, or no, level 6. Okay, I
Yeah.
thought it was level 5 for some reason.
Damn,
It's higher
cleric's
than I
level
thought.
quick.
Yeah, it's not too bad.
Oh, she's not really missed anything, man.
Oh, that's true. You haven't missed anything. I've missed a few things.
Hasn't died. I mean, there's a whole bunch of
Okay.
things that she's probably.
So this chest is open, and on the top, so there is this pile of coins in here, mixed coins.
Coins are great because those are Brian's thing to write down.
And on top of this, there is a rolled up letter, and this was the letter that Lady Bernadette was looking over. And there is a wax seal bearing the royal seal of the emperor, and of course the wax has been cracked and the letter has been opened and read. And I need to look at my handouts. So it's okay. And this is the letter. Whoa, God, that's huge. And there we go. You might have to zoom out a bit, but this is what the letter. This is what this particular letter says.
Well, there we go. This is a very important document. I will. God, man, I hope I get EXP value for fucking whatever all that landed shit is worth. But I will. This is definitely coming with us. What a Castle Braun deed? Would that be what I call this?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I
think I'm
can
gonna do
actually.
this.
Now, when it says the
Okay.
bearer of this document, but it doesn't have his name on it, does that matter?
Nope.
Well, I mean, you're the bearer of the document. You can scratch out Duke Athram Bartholomew and Lady Bernadette's name and sign your own names.
Okay, I wasn't sure how that worked. I was like, does that?
It's like
No, you just
it's kind of like a bearer bond. You just
yeah.
scratch out the name.
That they were really dumb for letting us get that. Okay. I will smile as my party members don't know that I have this, but I'm going to share it with them.
And then in the chest for coins, there is 500 platinum pieces.
You're doing this,
Got it.
Brian? Good.
Yep, got it.
1,200 gold pieces.
Got it.
400 electrum pieces.
Got it.
1,300 silver pieces.
Got it.
And 3,000 copper pieces. Now,
Got it.
this of course is going to encumber Borman.
Who has a bag of holding?
Sure, you do. So
I'm just putting it all in the bag of holding with the shit that I've got to sell.
So You could get with everything else. What else is? I mean, there's a lot of shit in the bag of holding.
There is some stuff in the bag of holding.
So
It's mostly
you can
gems
get
and
everything
shit.
in here except for the 3,000 copper pieces.
I will leave the 3,000 copper pieces. You're gonna have to delete that from our thing.
Got it.
Yeah, I will pull out a small note in ink and write, uh, "If you snooze, you lose," and I'll put it in the place where the deed was, and I'm gonna go ahead and head on back to my room.
Okay. You
Uh-huh.
invisibly go back to your room.
Oh, you should have put something about like screw you and your job.
Yeah. Well, I
You
don't
might
know
have
what
thought
you
about
guys are doing, and so I have to play Borman like I am stealing some shit and headed on back with I got him now, and that's what I'm gonna do, and maybe I'll run into my friends or not. I don't know.
So, Dentry and Alora, you make it up to the top second floor. And let's see if. Nope. Man, these are the worst guards ever. They don't notice that Dentry is. Dentry looks like he just got out of surgery. And they don't notice. And so Dentry. Excuse me. Dentry, of course, comes all the way down here. And we'll give this guard one more. Hey, he noticed. So, so Alora, are you following Dentry to his and Borman's room?
So yeah, just going with him. Going out.
Well, why is Borman in my room? What are you in my room? Get out of my room.
So
Oh,
you guys
gonna
get down
do
to about
shit.
you guys get down to about here, and this guard looks at Dentry and goes, "Jesus, man, what happened to you?"
This place is messed up. A statue came to life and stabbed me. What the hell?
What? A statue came to life? You're not talking about the one at the bottom of the stairs, are you? Did something happen downstairs?
This is in the courtyard. He killed 2 of your people. 3 of your people.
Yeah, there
Holy,
you go, 3.
holy Christ! He says, I have to go see what's going on. And so he runs over here, and this guard is kind of asleep again, and he slaps him and says, "Come on, we got to get downstairs, round the guards." And so these guys run off and are kind of rousing the guards, trying to get everybody to go downstairs. You guys get back into your... Excuse me. Now I got the hiccups for some reason. You get back into Dentry and Borman, or Dentry and Jackson's room. I'm sorry. Actually, Borman was in his room. That's right. And so Dentry's going to start putting on his armor.
Do I hear this commotion of all that shit?
Yeah, you can hear this guard. The guards out here are rousing themselves to see what the hell happened down in the courtyard.
I think I'm gonna just step on out and kind of figure out if I hear them or know that see lights coming out there, I'll go down there to their room. If not, I'm gonna just follow the people out.
You're gonna follow the guards.
Yeah, if I don't see any sign of Dentry or all them, I'm still just creepy crawling around. If all the guards are gonna go run outside, I'm thinking they're headed to my friends, and I see no reason to reveal myself. Then again, if you're taking all the guards off this level, God, man, to loot the other rooms.
So 2 guards stay on the level, and all of the other ones that were walking around in this hall rush downstairs, presumably to run to the courtyard.
I'm gonna look in Alora and Mavis's room on the way following the guards and see if they're in there.
They are not. You can go through their panty drawer if you'd like, but beyond
Nope.
that.
And then I'm gonna go down and look here and make sure Dentry and all them are there.
So you
know?
look in, you open the door.
This is gonna be funny.
You see the door open, and you see Dentry strapping on his armor, and Dentry's shirt is just covered in blood.
Well, then I'll ask. What the fuck happened?
Well, look, do we tell him the truth, Laura? He's looking over Laura like, I mean,
shit and some things went down, and
It's a bone golem. It was bad. Yeah.
Damn.
oh yeah, that's what happened, right? Sorry, I thought he wanted to know about the other thing, Laura,
Right.
because you're in my
Oh,
room. With
yeah.
me, by myself.
I've got the Castle Braun deed and some coinage from the Duke's room.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, perhaps we should not hang out, as I have stolen a bunch of shit.
Are you
And
gonna
You
tell
left.
us
Did you
about-
leave a signed note or something?
a taunting note I did.
Why do you always leave notes?
It's customary and proper. It's rude to steal from somebody and not taunt them. I mean, that makes them feel that they're not worthy, and everybody has value, Dentry.
I,
Are you gonna tell us about the Duke not really being the Duke?
Oh yeah, the Duke's an imposter anyway. This whole thing is fucked up, man. Yeah.
We don't have to feel bad.
Yeah,
It's some kind of doppelganger or something, right?
It's I don't know. I was gonna stab him in the neck, but he's out running around somewhere, and his mistress Beatrice is running around somewhere.
It's murder hobo time, in my opinion.
Okay.
everything's gone pear-shaped.
Yeah.
Yeah.
how long do I take to don my armor?
It takes you 10 minutes to strap in. But,
I'll help him if that'll speed things on.
well, I'm assuming that you guys are helping him, so that's why it's taking 10 minutes. If he was doing this by himself, I believe it takes like 2 turns to strap on.
Yeah.
Plate mail.
We'll help him.
Plate mail.
Cinch it extra tight. Ugh, get that on there. You're getting fat, man.
I don't like when you help me. It's better when she helps.
Oh yeah. Well, I thought about losing lotion, but everyone thought I was too feminine. So I started roughing my hands up with sandpaper
So
on a nightly basis. Feel you can shave with it.
We're going back to that lotion thing after this.
Yeah.
So we're going to go ahead and I'm going to call it here, and we're going to pass out our XP. Ugh, excuse me. Let me figure out. Oops. So each of you gets 1,796 XP.
Nice.
And Malachi, you get an additional 100 XP for your Medusa maneuver.
All right. Thank you. That changes things. I don't know if I leveled or not. I'm going to do the math at another time.
All right.
Because
All right.
it's almost time to feed my animals. But
Yeah, I'm sure that they
Jackson
will
definitely leveled.
appreciate that.
yeah. I mean, I know for a fact that I'm getting really close to fighter, getting level 5, and that's a big deal. Because I'll get a fighting specialty, I think. That's neat.
Yeah, you get another combat talent.
Yeah. And
I really am bummed that I missed those sessions. You guys must have got a crap ton of experience during those sessions.
Yeah, they did fairly well.
we hit that treasure map, man. That was fucking crazy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, the treasure
Yeah,
map
that
was
was
what
experience.
really tipped him over the edge.
That's why I'm so low compared to you two. I was like, I'm still at level 4 and 5 over here.
Well, you got a split of the money at least.
I did get a split of the money.
So there's that. I mean, I don't know how
So
else
did
to make it
so did
feel
the
better.
Imperial tax collector.
Well,
Yes,
I
yes, they
think now
did.
that I've got this deed, it kind of evens a lot of things out. I mean, they might have taken, but I mean, this is straight land. This is ours. I've got a piece of paper that says so. I mean, that's,
You indeed do.
yeah, binding. Yeah, pretty
Pretty
good.
awesome. I'm looking forward to seeing how that's going to play out.
Yeah, really, because I mean, it's not like we can just walk away at this point. We've hit them at the top. I've robbed them at one floor, and then down there, their secret, sadistic, yanker wanker temple. Uh, we've destroyed their guardian golem, and all that. I'm really interested to see if the Medusa head will work again.
Yes, yes. We'll have to see. So we will pick
Right.
this up next week at 12 o'clock on Saturday, and we'll see what kind of antics you get up to then.
All right. See you then. Thanks.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Have a good
we,
one, guys. I will see you next
we do.
week.
See you next
It was
week.
really fun. See you
Yeah.
next week.